So welcome back everybody. So this video here is kind of what I've been talking about in the other videos. We're just going to kind of give you some information. So this may be boring to some of y'all. We're not going to be doing anything around the around the property today, but we do want to fill y'all in on some things that's happened in our life. A couple major changes that we've chosen to do. One of them, I guess you can say, it kind of chose it for us. And I've been promising to let y'all in on that information. So again, thank y'all for the support. Thank you for those of y'all that are interested in knowing this kind of information. And the next several minutes is probably going to be mostly me rambling on, just kind of telling you what's happened, where we're at, and the future of the channel. So interrupt me at any point in time if you have something you want to say. So I don't even know really where to start this off. It's nothing I've rehearsed, but just kind of wanted to fill y'all in. The reason that we have not started a house, I know that's kind of been something big on the channel, a lot of people have been looking forward to. After 2.5 months of waiting, the bank finally got back to us and turned us down. We were absolutely blown away, shocked. And they used the craziest reason ever. Told us that they did not like the style of our house, that it was not comparable with other homes in the area. Took us by surprise. We've dealt with this bank for 23 years. We put our property up, which we have a lot of equity in, 51 acres we put up as collateral, or we offered a cash down payment. We thought we were golden. We both have 800 Beacon scores, never made a late payment in our life. Like, we thought we were the perfect candidates, yeah, for a mortgage. So to be turned down, it shocked us. We were extremely upset. But then after we spent a couple days kind of thinking and praying about it, we both kind of came to each other and said, you know what? It was almost maybe a blessing in disguise, because neither of us told each other. We weren't so sure if we wanted to bite off such a big mortgage and tote a mortgage for the next 15 to 30 years. So I'll back up about 10 plus years and tell you a real quick story. Before we ever even bought this property, we'd always kind of talked and dreamed about getting a piece of land, her getting her animals and horses, and us trying to build something a little more modest and build a lifestyle that we could pay for as we go, and not have a whole bunch of debt, not be tied down, right, and feel what a lot of people are feeling. And I know that's kind of a big trend on YouTube and in the world right now. People want to have lives, property, and homes that they can pay for or not owe much on. So we kind of admitted it was almost a blessing in disguise and a weight off of us that the house thing happened the way it did. And I'll be honest with you, if they had approved us, we'd already be breaking ground and building it, and we would have signed. We were committed. We were done with everything. Appraisals, done signed all the paperwork. We were done. We were just waiting on the loan officer or whoever the heck, I can't remember who's above them, to sign off. So 2.5 months it took them to tell us they didn't like our house plan, whereas we gave them house plans right when it started. So we felt like they wasted 2.5 months of our time. But again, I always try to believe everything happens for a reason.
Timing.
Yes, timing. So that leads us into the big announcement. I guess that's one of the big ones. For the last year plus, I've been kind of playing with YouTube as a hobby, and I have found more interest and desire in doing YouTube than I ever have anything in my life. And a long time ago, I used to watch a lot of YouTube, and I started seeing people that I watch saying, hey, quit my job, I'm doing YouTube full time. And I'm like, what? You can make money in YouTube? I had no idea. So I started researching it. Turns out, yes, absolutely you can, and it makes perfect sense why YouTube exists. It's to sell ad revenue. That's why YouTube hosts a platform for people like myself to put videos on. So I joined YouTube's partner program. I've been making a little bit of money. It's proven to me that paychecks are steady. There's been steady growth. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I am not making a full-time income at all. But with the house thing, with everything that's going on, and the way we have set ourselves up financially, we worked really hard over the last quite a few years, just saving up, paying down this property, no new vehicle payments, we don't have children, no mortgage, so we've been sticking back saving for a home. But we talked about it, and I made the decision that I resigned from my job that I've been at almost a decade, and I'm going to chase a dream. I'm actually going to attempt to do YouTube full-time. So the videos will be better. I'll eventually get better equipment. There'll be more videos, and I'm going to give it a go. Now, I have 2 YouTube channels. A lot of y'all know that. So one's an outdoor hunting and fishing, one's this homesteading channel, and I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into them. Long story short, if it doesn't work out, I'll just go back and get a job. But we've set ourselves up to where I can kind of take a gamble for a while and do this. So the other part of that is the big announcement. Since the bank turned us down and we kind of said the heck with you, we have decided that I'm going to build our house. I've always kind of had an interest in construction, remodeled our last house. I love plumbing, wiring, carpentry, all that. And we're actually going to build a pole barn house, and we're going to do everything we can to pay cash for it and be mortgage free. So that's going to be a huge project on this channel. It'll take me a couple months to get started, get through the permitting process, start breaking ground, but we're going to have a pole barn house coming up. It's something that I can build by myself. I'll go ahead and have somebody put the structure up. I'll raise the walls, do the plumbing, wiring, everything, and I'll be bringing y'all along for the ride on that. So that's kind of the big announcements where we're at. Taking a huge risk and gamble in my life, going to chase a dream. I'm thankful I have a wife that's supporting me for that. Like I said, it doesn't work out, I'll go back to work. I'm not going to completely deplete us financially to chase a dream.
Right.
It's not who I am at all. And we're going to build a house. So what's coming up here over the next few weeks is I'm going to jump on and finish that storm shelter build. A lot of people have been asking about that. I want that off my project list. We'll get the property tidied up, and then I'm diving excuse me, head first into a house build. And I'm going to bring you all along for it. We're still going to do all the tractor stuff, the firewood, everything else. I'm actually going to get a lot more serious about all that because, one, it generates videos, generates a small income for us because that'll technically be my new job, and I want to keep developing that stuff. I mentioned I may want to sell firewood next year. I'm going to need multiple revenue streams to make this work. So we're going to eventually move toward getting animals, like I said, firewood, lots of little things to try to get multiple revenue streams to make this homesteading type of life work. So we're taking a gamble. You know, if it doesn't work, we think we're young enough to bounce back from it. I know a lot of y'all are going to think we're crazy and foolish. I'm totally expecting those comments. Some people are going to support us fully. Thank y'all for that. It wouldn't surprise me if we lose subscribers over this, just because people are just have different views and thoughts on this. But I'm sure we'll pick up a lot in the future. So that's kind of all the announcements. We're probably going to start figuring out how to do live streams. We've been talking about that, and I know y'all will have a lot of questions moving forward and these decisions that we make. So we'll try to start doing some live streams. Y'all can ask us anything that you want. And if it's something I'm not going to tell you about, I'm just not going to tell you. I'm not going to give away all my personal business. Right. But we'll try to start doing that. Otherwise, ask a comment, you know, down below. Anything you want, but we truly do appreciate the supports, the comments, the people that are always cheering us on. It's motivated me to kind of take this big risk and take it from a hobby to something a little more serious. And again, I appreciate that so much. So I'm getting cotton mouth. There's 10 minutes of rambling on. Do you have anything you want to add there?
No, I mean, just a little to that last comment is, you know, we are young, so it's like we still have our future ahead of us. So if, you know, if you did need to go back, you just go back.
Yeah.
But I want you to chase your dream. I want you to be happy, and life is too short to not do that.
Yeah,
so.
And thank you. And you got to understand, this is so out of character for me. She's always been that live for today type of person, and I'm that live for 5-10 years down the road. I want a retirement. I want to stick money back. I just want to plan everything out. So yeah, we've kind of rubbed off on each other. They say opposites attract, right? So she's probably motivated me a little more than she realizes to make this decision and say, you know what, I'm going to kind of take a risk and gonna try this. So maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. At least I can say I tried. I can look back later in life and not regret not trying. So again, thank y'all so much.
Yes,
a lot more videos now.
Yeah.
So I've been telling y'all, announcements coming and a lot more videos, and this is what I meant by it. I mean, there's going to be a lot more videos now. It kind of has to be that way. So thank y'all again. We appreciate it. We truly do. And I'll catch you on the next video.